Alrighty. Hello. Hey, hello, how's it going? I am the one, the only, JamesLikesToGame. How's it going, everyone? I am here once again on a live stream. I know, right? That's crazy. I guess before we get into the actual nitty-gritty of the whole reason why I decided to launch up this live stream is to basically be like, well, let's discuss, let's talk about this game that is Sonic Superstars. You know, because I think this game has definitely like been the most like out of the blue kind of game, like for a video game as well. Like we didn't think we were gonna get one, but here we are with the game. Alright, let me set up everything here, because I should have really set it up before this, but obviously I'm a stupid knucklehead, and yeah, I'm a bit of a dum-dum. Let's just say this right here, right now. There's the logo. There's the logo. That's what we want. Alrighty. There's the logo. Why? What is Stream Elements logged into? It doesn't matter. It's not like I needed that chat anyways. Hello, Tolik. How's it going? Welcome into the stream. Glad to have you here for this game discussion, because it's all about the new Sonic game. And you can see a little bit of a yeah, this is always a problem I have with this stupid like circle green screen as well. But try and ignore like right down here as much as possible. It's going good. How about you? I am doing great as well. Thank you for asking, Tolik. Thank you for asking and caring. But yeah, Sonic Superstars. Where did this come from? You know, like where the hell did this actually come from? That's the first thing. Like, we didn't think we were gonna even get this game to begin with, but here we are. I pressed the like button for your live stream. Yes, thank you, Tolik. Thank you so much for that. I don't know if Nightbot is going to be up here. I should probably log into Nightbot. Goes to show how sometimes even if you think you're prepared, you're not really prepared. Let's go ahead and log in anyways. I'll probably change the timer as well to say what it is, because I know it's going to probably say something like along the lines of Sonic Frontiers. Yep, there we go. Give me a sec, everybody. I think I'm gonna shorten this as well to every five minutes. And this down to okay. The most it can go down to is to just 5. So let's just keep it at 6. Either way, I think that's gonna be 5 for now. Hi Angel, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join in on the fun discussion that we are going to be having, and that is Sonic Superstars right here. I'm gonna also just search up some stuff so that we can discuss about it as well. So it's welcome, Angel. Great to have you here. So, Sonic Superstars. Wow, this is a game I think that nobody saw coming. Now, just to give you context here, and while I'm doing that, fixing this. To give context, basically, Sonic Superstars is a new 2D Sonic game that is coming out the fall, so it's probably autumn, like what that we're looking at. Because considering like the fall as well, it's also like usually been the it's like if you thought of the Apple event, because usually new iOS releases usually come out in like the fall. But yeah, I'm gonna give you my general thoughts first, and then we'll go into like, you know, the more in-depth like kind of thing as well. And I just realized that it should be a little bit ahead. There we go. It should be like we're gonna get into all the nitty-gritty details and just learn everything about this game as much as possible. If you've watched my video on this game when it initially started, then you should watch that, because I'll go over the trailer, the website, a lot like that. I'm probably going to go over the website again, but probably a little bit more than that video. And so, yeah, I do hope everyone sticks around, enjoys the show. We got a lot to talk about, you know, and everything about this game and what entails, like. So, my general thoughts. I love it. I think this new 2D Sonic game is looking really, really good, and it looks really, really promising as well. For a 2D Sonic game as well, that is like impressive. I am kind of glad as well that this is actually new, you know? Everything is completely new in Sonic Superstars, which was called Sonic Orion, which we'll talk about that as well. I believe Sonic Superstars is quite interesting because, like, if you were to type up this into Sonic into Google, Google would probably auto-populate it to like Sega Superstars, which I know that's like a game on the PS2. But this is Sonic Superstars, and it's quite surprising how we're getting a new Sonic game not after like we had Frontiers. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and talk about some stuff. So we're on here. So we're gonna start right here at the website, and then we'll probably look at like gameplay and stuff like that. So here is the website. So you may have seen this website already if you paid attention to the load up the UK one. It makes no difference, but I just like it. So basically what we're dealing with is a new 2D Sonic game. So here we have the logo, and by the way, all of these assets here on the front page you can actually download, hence why they were like easy to do for thumbnails. So Sega really knows how to give the content creators what they want. So I really like this new render of Sonic, well, classic Sonic I should say. It's really nice, and I've got nothing positive to. I've got like positive things to say. It's really good, and the whole lot, you know. Like Sonic just looks happy, and I really like where this game is going with as well. We can watch the trailer, which if you've already watched it, then you don't need to, but it's coming in 2023, so there we go. And so we're now on the features. So, new thrills, classic feels. Adventure through the mystical North Star Islands in this all-new take on the classic 2D Sonic high-speed action performing. So yeah, so not only are we having good classic feels, but we're gonna have new things. Everything about this game is absolutely new, and it's absolutely fantastic as well, because it's like, I feel like with classic Sonic games, I feel like if you were expecting, like, you know, your green hills, your chemical plants, your Sky Century kind of zones like that, they're not in this game, which I think new is always better. Yes, like, familiarity is also great, but like, you want something new, right? You always want at least something new with this, and I feel like with the 2D, with this new Sonic Superstars game, I feel like we're getting that. I honestly feel like we are getting that. So it continues on here to say play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy Rose. So we have 4 characters compared to like if this was 3, which is actually really great, because I feel like, yes, Amy Rose was playable in SA1, but like in her like classic form, she's not been playable outside of like recently until like Sonic Origins, which that's another game that I'm probably gonna end up talking about at some point after this live stream. So, and harness all new Emerald powers to move and attack in dynamic new ways. Navigate gorgeous, never before seen environments solo or with up to 3 other players, and stop Dr. Eggman, Fang, and a mysterious new adversary from converting the island's giant animals into magnets before it's too late. Which I think we kind of did saw in some gameplays, if I remember like correctly. We did see some of that, but it's great to see first and foremost that Fang is like making a return in an actual like Sonic game, because he appeared in Sonic Triple Trouble and then never appeared after that. Like, okay, he technically did also appear in Sonic the Fighters as well, but then after that, like, dead silence. Like, he hasn't even been seen in a new game since Sonic the Fighters happened, or when he was originally like announced in, when he was originally playable in Sonic Triple Trouble, which is a Game Gear game. If we look at this image right here, it's very gorgeous. I do have to say, Hot Cat, Sonic Superstars looking really good. It is actually looking really good. I think this has to be like one of the most impressive, like, this has to be like one of the most impressive, like the most impressive game I think I've ever like seen for this Sonic game. Do excuse me right here. Okay, so do excuse me right there while I do some stuff in the background. Because for whatever reason, it's OBS. The thing that I have on top of OBS is being a bit of a silly head. Okay, there we go. James, am I late? No, you're not late. Just started talking about this game, so you're not late. You are fine. And yes, Sonic Superstars is really looking good. Like, honestly, I feel like Sonic Superstars right now is... It's just looking good, you know? I'm not, like... It's just all good and dandy, you know? So, here we are. Let's get back to actually talking about this. So, I like where the direction of this is going as well. Because it's also, as well, Sonic Mania's physics is also going to be in this game as well, which I think on Twitter we saw it as well. So I like where they're going with this, and I think what makes it interesting is like, well, first of all, we have this giant magnet that's probably going to destroy these things, but like the background as well is like so good. Like the use of like a blurry background to distinguish what's a foreground and what's a background is like so cool. You know what I mean? It's so cool. It's so good. And classic Sonic himself as well. Like he's just looking marvelous right now. Honestly, it's like you don't understand how like incredibly hyped I am for this game, because it's gonna look so good. You know, it's definitely going to look so good. Like 100%. 100% is gonna be definitely something I'm gonna be live streaming, so it's gonna look pretty good. Gonna have a look at a few more of the screenshots. This was also in the trailer as well. This was the one that I also questioned in the original. For me, it kind of looks like they're falling into the special stage. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it kind of just looks like a special stage. You know what I mean? Like this image alone, I don't know. It just looks like it. It just looks like it. I think it's just interesting that. Well, so it's interesting wherever this is. I'm likely thinking this is some sort of special stage, but it's like, I don't know. To me, it's either a special stage or it's some other kind of stage that we just don't know about yet, and it's been a little bit like, maybe this is the player select screen, probably. I don't know. Part of me wants to say this is either a special stage or a player select screen. Could be either one of them, anyways. It says play as your favorite characters. Choose from Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy Rose, and take advantage of their unique abilities to blaze a path across the North Star Islands as they race to defeat Dr. Eggman, who has teamed up with an old nemesis, Fang the Sniper. It's interesting now that we have two like nemesis who we have to deal with in this game as well. I'm definitely looking forward to like facing off as well once this does happen. I think it's gonna be good. I definitely think, honestly, it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it, and everything's just great. We look at this one, and it's just like, I'm definitely looking forward to see what their actual names are. You know, what their like actual names are for Sonic Superstars. You know, like what these environments are that we're going to be going through. Because I think that's one of the things as well that we need. I think at some point we will have to know about, because like if like a splash screen appears on the screen showing what at this level is, or what zone this is going to be, because Sonic has always been known as for the acts and its zones as well. So, as always, let's just put this right out of the gate and say that Sonic is it's definitely going to be obvious that we're going to be facing off Eggman as the final boss. It's just obvious, you know. It's just obvious that we are going to be facing off against Arctag. It's a bit obvious. Idaho, hello, how's it going? Great to have you here. We are talking about Sonic Superstars. And, yeah, on this live stream. So if you want to discuss about it, yeah, the chat is there for you to type. It's definitely looking good. Like, see, when I saw this, when Sonic turned into this, and then Sonic went into the water in the trailer, it kind of looked like one of the wisps from Sonic Colors. It's definitely interesting. Harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds, multiply, swim up. Yeah, it's looking really good. I like the look of it too. Yeah, I definitely like the look of it. And considering this is also not after like Sonic Frontiers came out as well, it's just like it's definitely going to be a good time. Definitely is something I'm definitely going to look forward to playing once this comes out. We have a little bit more of additional screenshots right here. And I do like as well, the environments aren't just going to be just all daytime. They are going to be like some are in the sunset, some are during daytime. One thing I haven't noticed yet is, like, are we going to have ones that happen during the night? Because I think that would be a good idea for a daylight like system. And I like how most of the screenshots here are just repeated screenshots as well. It's just, you know, something. Yeah, I'm liking, and I'm definitely liking like the character designs as well in the game. It's definitely going to be something. Now, I guess another thing that was like, I guess now we can say has been answered, is momentum. Is momentum in the game gonna be good? I mean, we don't know yet. But assuming like what we're gonna be seeing from the gameplay in a bit, then it's definitely gonna be something we're gonna be. The momentum, I feel like, considering this is gonna be made by, it's by who's the developer? As it says, I think that, I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly. Arzazes, I think it is. Arzazes? I don't know. That's such a hard name to pronounce, especially for me. I suck at pronouncing things. But yeah, obviously Sonic Team is obviously also helping out as well, but I feel like they are. I feel like they're not going to be as too involved, from what I'm understanding from this game. But I definitely know it's going to look good, considering like the jankiness, the jankiness of Sonic Frontiers. And look, every Sonic game has had a sense of jank. But this looks like when we look at the trailer of Sonic going around the loop from the foreground to almost the background, like the transition to that is like super seamless. I love it. Ooh, look at that. That wasn't there before. So this is basically Modern Amy's outfit. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's save that, because that is a very pog render. Obviously, if you subscribe to the newsletter, you can get this. That is interesting. That's interesting. And of course, it's going to be available on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam. No, it's not coming out on Epic. I refuse to even acknowledge that store. Like, okay, rant time. I've said this in the video, but I'm going to say it again. Why release your games? Why release, like, big AAA games on the Epic store? You've already got Steam. Like, you don't need it. Like, why do we... Who was asking for the Epic store to be on the... there? Nobody was asking for this. I got the chat down here, so yeah. James Rants episode 1. Yes. Okay, here's my thing. Okay, why don't necessarily prefer the Epic Game Store? Steam is superior. Like it's super obvious. It's super obvious that it should just be on Steam, you know. And why do big AAA publishers? Why do we have to publish games on that storefront? Yes, Sonic Colors Ultimate, for example, was an Epic exclusive until it got released on Steam. But then after that, nobody cared about the Epic Store after Colors Ultimate got released on Steam. If you were to tell me what's the best PC client, I'm gonna be honest and like straight up. It's gonna be Steam. Like that's it. It's Steam, and I only like Steam. That's it. Yes, Epic Store has like Fortnite, Fall Guys, Honkai, Genshin, you know, a lot like that. And yes, it does have like the Rayman series that you can't find on Steam, which I don't understand why Ubisoft did that, but oh well. But this game is going to be available on Steam. Why do we need two? Why do we need another one? That's the big question. Why do we need another PC launcher? We've already got one. That's Steam. I feel like, okay, my hot take is every PC game should release on Steam. Period. And I feel like if you don't like the cut that Steam does, then like indie developers, for example, could use Epic. Epic could be like good for indie developers. For like large ones, it's like it's not needed. It's really not needed, you know? A little change of subject. And also, hello Fiona, how's it going as well? Look, the Epic Games Store is good for some things, but in my honest opinion, yeah, no, you just simply don't put AAA games on the Epic Store. And plus, it's not even feature complete, that store, I think, anyways. I mean, I don't really care for it that much. The only reason why I'll use it is to play the games that I can only play on that store if I have to. I mean, it's installed, but it's like, yeah, I don't necessarily agree with games being on Epic. Honestly, no. Just no. I'm sorry. Epic Game Store, I'm sure it's a great one, but no. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm buying it on Steam, regardless. I guess the only thing we can do now is we can go ahead and look at some gameplay. Let's go ahead and go to videos here and see if we can at least find some decent gameplay of the game, you know. How we're doing. And yes, Nightbot actually decided to work for once. Well done, Nightbot. Yes, please like the stream already if you haven't, because that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, we got a friggin' ad. I guess if I had YouTube Premium, this wouldn't be a problem, but oh well. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can at least find one that's like... This could do. Of course, it's off capture gameplay. The fun thing about trying to find
Green Hill Zone.
Okay, no, that the only one that is the only one. Yeah, trying to find gameplay is going to be a bit of a pain here. I think one thing I will say about this game coming up was what was interesting about this was how Sonic Superstars was gonna originally be developed by the Mania team. Which I think is interesting. Yeah, this is also Nintendo Life, by the way, that I'm showing. Yeah, I think it was interesting that this game originally was going to have the Mania team develop it, but then after that, like, plans like obviously fell through. Does this have any like trying to find like gameplay without anyone commentating over it as well? It's a bit annoying. Yeah, I don't want your ad. You know. I think what's going to be interesting, as I'm waiting for this, what's going to be interesting is, you know, like, I feel like the controls already, even without me playing it, is definitely going to be good. Does this have... Okay. At least we can find somewhat decent, like, gameplay with that. So this is going to be from Spots gameplay here, but we can look a little bit closer. Ender Soldier 501, hello, welcome. We are talking about Sonic Superstars, the upcoming game that is coming out for all platforms, minus the Epic Store, because I refuse to even acknowledge that store. This is from GameSpot's gameplay here, and yeah. I don't know why always the start it looks bad, but then as soon as it's done, like trying to catch up, loading, it's now beautiful. I'm wondering what this level will be called. It's very jungle kind of theme. Also, the music here as well is also a placeholder. Let me know if the audio is fine as well. The music here is essentially from Sonic 4, but they chose like a song that's actually pretty decent. So obviously this is not the final music. But it's definitely looking clean. I'll definitely give it that. I probably won't be able to cover that much with this game, unfortunately, because I do also have other things to crack on with after this stream. I won't tell you what they are, but be very excited for them when that does happen. It seems like every badnik as well is also going to be returning. I do like as well, compared to like Frontiers, for example, where Sonic like grinding on this actually feels like, you know, there's actual like movement of like his hands as he's like trying to balance himself. I think that's just so cool, you know. That's just honestly so cool. Yeah, you can see like the little animations Sonic does as he's doing that. Just interesting how we have those rocket things as well. I like how Tails in the background is just there as well. Then I guess this is just the boss, a mini boss fight. Ender Soldier 5-on-1. Hello. Hello if I haven't said hello already, but welcome. Okay, I guess we're starting up already with a first hit. I do like how Sonic, as well, if we just go back a little bit, like when he's in that pose, he's like ready to take on this egg robot, this badnik. I think it's like very cool. This part kind of reminds me of Sonic 1's final stage, you know, like the final boss. Is this music also a placeholder, or is this gonna actually be in the final game? It actually sounds pretty cool. This might actually just be another one from Sonic 4, probably. Yeah, now it returns back to like the Sonic 4 like music as well. And of course that one, and of course the victory from Sonic Mania. But Sonic Mania is still a good game, by the way. I'm just liking what I'm seeing here. Like, there's nothing bad about it that I can really criticize it for. It's just so good. It's like the developers of the studio, who I mentioned earlier, which I can't pronounce to save my life. It just looks so good. Now that's pretty cool that we can also go into the background as well. So there is a little bit of differences. That's cool. I wonder what they do. Okay, they give you rings, but like, what's the purpose though? I mean, they're kind of pointless if you ask me. I like how Sonic does like jiggle his hand, like to probably like slow himself down, which I think that's pretty cool. I'm just glad that it's just all new level design as well. That's another thing. I'm just glad it's all new levels and not like just reuse one. My biggest question, considering this gameplay doesn't really show it, is this big ring going to be where we head into the special stages? I'm assuming so. There's nothing really else that tells me this isn't, you know? Obviously this gameplay doesn't go into it, so maybe they're playing a demo build where this wasn't implemented, so they couldn't really try it. I'd be surprised if anyone did go into it and this crashed. Or it loaded them up into a very buggy, like, state of the game. And of course, we're back with this music. Obviously, the composer for this as well, Jun Sorne. Why can I see? This is the problem with trying to pronounce Japanese names. It's like you have to like really study how to pronounce them. But Jun Sorne, who composed like, you know, pretty much known for like helping out Crush 40. He's the composer for this, which I think is going to be, which is quite cool. But then we have to look at like what he did for Origins, and that's the thing. God, this gameplay. Whoever did play this is like, Jesus Christ, I could play better than this. I'm glad that this is the only one that we do have direct capture for. I like right after that last checkpoint, we get another one. I wonder what that is. Was that not only existing egg robots are making a return, but there are also like there's also like new ones as well, and also new bosses as well. I think that's pretty cool. Interesting. We're gonna probably have to be dodging this as well. I'm wondering if you could actually do also. Okay, so you can do that. I'm wondering if you can also go up to like the third thing and just hit it, because I know this gameplay doesn't do that. Like, I'm wondering if you could like do that and then jump, or is like the boss going to have his hand try to crush Sonic? That's a big thing. And then he gets destroyed like that. Oh, there's Eggman. I'm surprised how he's not dizzy from just being inside that, to be honest. Oh, that's great. That looks good. You know, Sonic Superstars is definitely looking relatively good, to be honest. I have to say, the game is looking great. I love it. I personally think this game is gonna be great. I do want to say as well, I should have started this stream beforehand, but then I had another thing that was going on. So, sorry that I was a bit late, everybody. But, you know, it is what it is. But listen, we've talked about Sonic Superstars. Now, I'm going to look up the price. That's the next big thing. I think we're going to have a one that's going to be like $60. Price. Okay. So the game... So the game is £50 on PS4. It is £55 on Switch. And £50 on PS. Okay, so that's PS4. What about PS5? Okay, same thing. Xbox. Okay, so you look at one that is a little bit higher. I think. Yeah, the Switch version is the only one that's a little bit higher. Let me So this is Game UK that I'm showing this, and of course the box art is pretty much just a template with the game's logo, and that's about it. And then they gave him that. I also tried to look it up on Steam and see if the like order page is there. No, it's not really there, to be honest. But I guess that's what we have to do. I guess we're gonna have to just wait. We're definitely gonna have to wait until we see what an official box art looks like. And if that is the case, I'll be sure to probably make a community post on it. Considering, like, as well, like, usually, like, when we have placeholders like this, it's usually because they haven't actually created the actual artwork yet. If I was to take a guess, it'll probably just be the background than all the Sonic characters, probably. And maybe Eggman as well, somewhere, and Fang as well. I know them two are going to be somewhere in the background, and obviously the focus is going to be Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. So yeah, everyone, also as well, like everyone else is just saying nothing but good things about it as well. And there's my live stream as well. Shall we go and watch it? Let's go watch what James has to say. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love that's great. That guy was great. Jesus Christ, what am I creating here? But yeah. Honestly, I could have talked a little bit more about it. I could have gone even onto Twitter as well, because I know there's a lot of other things we could talk about as well. But if you want to go on my Twitter and see what I've been retweeting to see more Sonic things, then the links is in the description. But honestly, I've got nothing else to say. I know this stream is quite short, I've realized, but you know, that's all I just basically wanted to discuss, essentially. And that's about it. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. Here are 2 videos for you to check out. Please check out the initial video I did and subscribe and all that other fun stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one. Here's the graph as well of how many aren't subscribed, because yes, people are not subscribed to this channel. Let's go ahead and review this right here, right now. As you can see right here, only 1.4% of viewers watch time come from them subscribed, which means 98.6 are basically not subscribed to this channel, but for some reason their watch time is they seem to watch my channel from not being subscribed. Kind of surprising, right? Well, that's gonna be it. Peace.